This is ABC 7 News at noon. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thank you so much for joining us. Topping our news today at noon, President Trump is following through with pledges he made to his supporters on the trail. But after the acting attorney general questioned the legality and morality of the president's travel ban, she was quickly fired. And now Democrats are vowing to fight. ABC's Lana Zak has the latest from Washington.
Democrats are questioning the nomination of Senator Jeff Sessions for Attorney General today.
Will he carry out and enforce the president's actions that may very well violate the Constitution?
The nation sharply divided over the ban of all refugees and nationals of 7 predominantly Muslim countries for a period of 4 and 3 months respectively. While some see it as a campaign promise fulfilled,
take care of our own first and then take care of others.
Former Acting Attorney General Sally Yates questioned the legality and the morality of the executive order. President Trump responded by firing her. 2 years earlier, the tables were turned as it was Senator Sessions who questioned Yates on her ability to say no to then-President Obama.
If the views the president wants to execute are unlawful, should the Attorney General or the Deputy Attorney General say no?
Senator, I believe that the Attorney General or the Deputy Attorney General has an obligation to follow the law and the Constitution.
Which brings us back to the hearings on Sessions today.
Yesterday, early in the evening, we clearly saw what a truly independent Attorney General does. I have no confidence that Senator Sessions will do that.
As the president met with pharmaceutical leaders at the White House, he declined to answer questions on this topic, but he tweeted his disapproval earlier in the day, writing, "When will the Democrats give us our Attorney General and rest of cabinet? They should be ashamed of themselves."
The White House also weighed in on another legal matter, deciding to continue to maintain LGBT protections for federal contract workers. Lana Zak, ABC News, New York.
Here in the Suncoast, those opposed to President Trump's actions are now taking their list of grievances to their local congressman's office. ABC 7's Adam Cellini spoke with activists at Congressman Vern Buchanan's district office in Bradenton, and he joins us now with more. Adam.
Yeah, Scott, if they can't get directly to the source, this group figures Buchanan is the next best person to hear these concerns as this area's voice up in Washington, D.C. Protesters taking turns walking up to the congressman's office in Manatee County's Judicial Center to speak with staff. Buchanan was not present at those offices. Instead, his aides wrote down each person's message with a promise to deliver it straight to the congressman himself. Those messages range from disapproval of Buchanan's immediate support for the immigration ban and to concerns about moving forward without the Affordable Care Act.
I'm sure he's more even-keeled than our president. So I believe that, the Republicans just need to realize that they need to put the country ahead of their party.
He came out with his own personal opinion, and I feel that that's inappropriate. So we are speaking. I would like him to pay attention.
And yesterday, a different group visited Buchanan's Sarasota office for the same reason. We are expecting a statement from the congressman on these visits later today. Scott?
All right, Adam, thank you. In other news, a push is being made to help in the fight against the area's opioid epidemic. Today, Manatee County commissioners are going over a proposal for a budget request that could allow for state funding for a new outreach project. That project will help with prevention, intervention, and education about opioid and substance abuse. It will also provide peer support and coaching to help in recovery efforts. The outreach would target neighborhoods that are most affected by the epidemic. Several Manatee County School District administrators are going to court this afternoon for a lawsuit filed against the school board. Former Manatee High School athletic director and football coach Joe Canaan is suing the school board and former Superintendent Rick Mills for defamation, breach of contract, emotional distress, and other counts. According to the Bradenton Herald, Canaan claims Mills abused his power as superintendent and led an effort to force him out of the district. The district is looking to have the case dismissed, claiming the board is not liable for Mills's actions. High school students in Sarasota County are meeting with district officials for the Superintendent's Student Advisory Council Forum. Students getting some one-on-one time with top school officials such as Superintendent Lori White and incoming Superintendent Todd Bowden. The students work with their classmates to identify issues and concerns that will be brought up to district officials. They include future planning, food and nutrition, guidance, attendance, faculty, and extracurricular activities, among other issues. A second grader in Bradenton is learning that being kind to others has its benefits. Instead of buying a Lego fire station he always wanted, 8-year-old Jeffrey Holtz decided to donate the money he saved to another student who's battling cancer. Legoland heard about the kind gesture and paid him a visit at Community Christian School this morning, where they gave Holtz a Lego fire station along with free tickets to their Winter Haven theme park. But that's not all. Jeffrey's classmate with cancer, 17-year-old Richard Gallup, also received a 2-night stay at Orlando's Gaylord Palms Resort, along with tickets to the upcoming Arnold Palmer Invitational Golf Tournament. Gallup says before the exchange, he and Holtz had never met.
I feel happy inside because I never met Jeffrey before, and then as soon as I heard that a second grader was willing to give me money to help with chemo treatments, it was just amazing.
I felt really sad inside my heart. I'm like, maybe I should give him my money. So I decided to do it, and I told my parents at church, get the money out of the bank.
Wow, what a little boy that is. Gallup also received a scholarship to attend Southeastern University in Lakeland, which is the school he says he's been looking at for the past 2 years. What a great story. Speaking of Legos, kids can now have fun with them on their smartphones. The company launching a new social network called Lego Life. It'll be a place for kids under 13 where they can share pictures of their Lego creations and take part in building challenges. The service has some pretty cool features as well. One is to prevent online bullying, and kids can only comment on photos with Lego emojis. A lot of Legos in our newscast, and that first story about the donation, amazing.
Blown away.
Yeah.
Blown away. We could all learn something from that young man.
Yeah. In second grade, he already gets it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Old soul.
Yep.
So we have some pretty chilly weather this morning.
Yeah.
No doubt about that. We had some upper 30s in inland areas, 41 here in Sarasota, that close to the water. That's pretty chilly.
That is.
We won't see that again this week. That's done. We're now returning to temperatures that are quite pleasant. I think this is going to be an absolutely spectacular day. Well, it already is a spectacular day, but even more so. Take a look at the Van Wezel webcam here. Blue sky. It is wall-to-wall sunshine out there. And the fact that we have lighter winds, we have a gentle wind out of the south, increasing humidity eventually over the area. And the fact that we have all that sunshine out there is going to lead to just a spectacular afternoon. Look at the satellite view. Can't see a cloud anywhere across the peninsula except in the very southern tip of the state. That'll take us to about 78 degrees for a daytime high. Go with about 70. Sorry, did I say 78? How about 68? 78 we're not going to see for a while. Although we will be in the 70s as we head into the next 24 hours. So we'll go with about 68. It's a daytime high today, and the temperatures this evening will taper off pretty quickly after sunset, but not as quickly as they did yesterday. And there won't be that bite in the air because the winds are relaxed. We'll have the complete forecast about this little heat wave going on right now coming up in just a few, Scott.
All right, John, thank you. Happening today, the historic Powell Crosley Estate is hosting a free open house. Visitors will be able to take a tour of the facility and learn about the Crosley family. The open house runs today through Thursday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Again, admission is free and no reservations are needed. All right, time now to head over to the kitchen and check in for the first time with our guest chef for today. It is Chef Narendra Soud from Curry Station in Sarasota. Chef, thank you so much for being here today. What's on your menu for the day?
Thank you very much. We are making today the shrimp masala. This is a very authentic Indian dish, and it has so many different kind of spices. Like we are using turmeric, chili, and some holy spices, and you can eat as a snacks or dinner or lunch. It's a very wonderful dish.
Oh, it sounds delicious. We'll see how it all comes together in just a little bit. Thank you, Chef.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope. and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Come meet the artists and enjoy their creations at the Lido Beach Winter Fine Art Festival. Over 100 artists and thousands of works of contemporary art in photography, glass, sculpture, jewelry, and much more. The Lido Beach Winter Fine Art Festival, Saturday and Sunday, February 4th and 5th on Lido Beach in Sarasota. Bring your sense of discovery and appreciation of the beautiful to the Lido Beach Fine Art Festival. For more information, visit ParagonArtEvents.com.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
We get so many spectacular pictures at pics@mysuncoast.com. I wanted to share this one with you from Point of Rocks, sent in by Matt Smith. Matt Smith, does that name perhaps ring a bell? Matt Smith is our Director of Mosquito Control in Sarasota County, and he also is a photographer who does some wonderful work. That is just a gorgeous picture, I think, from Point of Rocks. Anyway. Beautiful shot. Go to pics@mysuncoast.com to check out some of our other pictures. We have across the region winds that are generally out of the southeast to southwest today. They'll be coming in and shifting and be somewhat variable as we head into the afternoon. The reason for that is that high pressure is sitting just about directly over us right now. And as it gently moves off to the east, it will allow for our little bit of a wind shift. Current air temperature out there is coming in, well, it's a little on the cool side, I guess you could say. Across the region, we started off cool. We started off with some temperatures in inland areas that were in the 30s, upper 30s, but nevertheless, even some frost on the ground at times. Then in downtown Sarasota, our temperatures even dipped pretty close to the 40 mark, which is pretty significant considering how close we are to the coastline. We're at 66 right now. I think we'll probably get to about 68. But of note is the dew point value. We had a dew point value in the 30s about 24 hours ago. Even this morning, it dipped down into the upper 30s, and now we are in the 40s. So that increasing dew point, while still comfortable, is a suggestion that our nighttime lows just can't get as cold as they got this morning. So that's going to be the case thanks to that little bit of a southerly wind flow that we have. 66 Wauchula, Arcadia, Myakka, 64 Parrish, 65 Bradenton, 64 Lakewood Ranch, Northport the same at 64. Double 63s, Venison, Inglewood, and out at the Key at Longboat we have 62 degrees. So across the region, satellite view again showing fairly clear skies all across the state, certainly rain-free skies. If you look back to the north, you've got two areas of interest. One, a Pacific storm of some merit moving onshore now, teaming up to produce some snow showers at higher elevations, and then some lake effect snows caused by a flow of air off of yet frozen Great Lakes. And so the lake effect snow season is still ongoing there, kind of late in the season for that. The two areas of low pressure move east. They don't dip south. High pressure stays in control of our weather. And over the course of the next several days, we'll watch for like subtle little changes in an eastward motion of that high, which will shift our winds south, southeast, southwest. And that is going to give us our warm-up that takes us right into the weekend, really. We'll see temperatures along with the mostly sunny skies kind of modifying our air. That will rise up into the 70s by tomorrow. And I think maybe even get pretty close to the mid-70s by the time we get to Thursday and hold there into the weekend. Should be nice. The RPM computer model rainfall forecast shows clear skies, sunny skies for today, for tomorrow, probably for Thursday too, though we will be increasing moisture as those winds blow in from the other coast. And we may get a cloud or two because of it. As I mentioned, southeast winds shifting, coming in out of the west a little later on at about 5 knots. And the forecast, I don't know. I don't think it gets any better than this. Scott, check it out. Temperatures getting about 72 to 75 degrees for the next 7 days. Don't see a drop of rain in the forecast. Nighttime lows in the 50s. What do you think?
Looks about perfect to me. Thank you so much, John. In health news, for those who may need health insurance, this is the last day to sign up for Obamacare. The Obama administration had projected nearly 14 million people would sign up for coverage over the past year. As of December 24th, 11.5 million had it already enrolled. And that's nearly 300,000 more than the previous year. Enrollment figures help insurers decide next year's premiums and if they want to stay in the market. The deadline is midnight Pacific time in the 39 states served by healthcare.gov. The states with their own insurance websites may have different deadlines. Here at home, the Hydrate Hydration Wellness Center in Sarasota is teaming up with OneBlood for a blood drive. It's taking place right now in downtown Sarasota on 2nd Street behind the Whole Foods Market. Those who donate will get a free movie ticket and a free pint of Culver's frozen custard. You'll also receive a wellness checkup that includes blood pressure, temperature, iron count, pulse, and cholesterol screenings. The drive started at noon and it goes until 4 o'clock this afternoon. While it's still winter, it's not too early to start thinking about spring and summer allergies. Doctors at the Cleveland Clinic say February is the best time to see an allergist about the latest summertime allergy relief, better known as oral immunotherapy tablets. They work the same way as allergy shots, but without the hassle of having to visit the doctor every week for injections. The first dose is taken in the office. After that, you can take them at home. Doctors recommend taking the tablets 4 months before grass allergy season begins so that you can build up some tolerance.
Years later, you can actually still have the benefits. So if you're on it for 3 years, afterwards there have been studies to show that you can actually be better during your summertime.
Those who struggle with summer allergies are good candidates for oral immunotherapy tablets. They're also good for fall ragweed allergies as well. Coming up next on your Suncoast News, Super Bowl activities begin in Houston. What topic the players say will not be on the agenda leading up to the big game. And then later, it's been 5 years now since unarmed teen Trayvon Martin was killed by a man with a gun. How his parents are honoring his memory. We'll be right back.
On your TV, on your computer, on your camera, on your smartphone, on your Apple Watch. And now you can get ABC7, your Suncoast News on Fire TV. Just go to mysuncoast.com and click on the mobile tab for a list of fast and free downloads that deliver ABC7, your Suncoast News on the go.
I'm Alan Cohn. Ride-sharing services in Florida. Should state lawmakers make sure the rules in Sarasota are the same in Bradenton?
Tonight on ABC7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC7. We're here for you.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Being the caregiver for my husband is truly a blessing, but sometimes it's easy to lose a part of myself. To be my best, for him and for me, it's important to have time to be able to recharge. When I called Tidewell Hospice, they gave me the chance to do just that. They helped me find the time to care for myself, all the while with the peace of mind of knowing my husband is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
You don't want to miss the annual Venice Orchid Show and Sale February 4th and 5th at the Venice Community Center. Just a week before Valentine's Day, it is the largest orchid show on Florida's West Coast with thousands of blooming orchids on display and for sale. You'll also find orchid growing supplies, artwork, jewelry, accessories, and free classes. Make plans now to attend the Venice Orchid Show and Sale February 4th and 5th at the Venice Community Center. Doors open at 10 a.m. both days. Visit vaos.org online for more details.
In town? On the town, The Mark offers landmark living in the center of everything you love about Sarasota. Priced from the 700s, spacious residences and elevated club-level amenities create a private oasis in the sky. Promenade shopping and dining put the best of downtown downstairs. Sales gallery open daily at the corner of Pineapple and State Street just south of Main. The Mark, Sarasota. Presented by Coulter.
In Venice, it will be up to voters to decide on whether or not to turn 2 athletic fields into a new public safety facility. That proposal would impact baseball and softball field on the southeast corner of Wellfield Park. If approved, development on the property could save the city up to $2 million in land costs for a new police and emergency operations center. A new fire station could also be built on the property. The current police station would be renovated and used as a new home for public works. The proposal will go to a referendum for voters to decide if the facility can be built on public land. In sports, the Oakland Raiders' potential move to Las Vegas hitting a roadblock after one of the key investors plans to drop out. Casino mogul Sheldon Adelson pulling out of the plan to build a $1.9 billion stadium for the team in Las Vegas. Adelson originally pledged $650 million with the Raiders $500 million to have it built. But he says he was excluded from talks before the team sent a lease proposal last week to the public board that will own the stadium. Nevada's governor now says the proposal is for the Raiders to invest the $1.15 billion needed and accept operating responsibilities. The team, though, has not commented yet. Super Bowl week kicking off in Houston with Media Night yesterday. The New England Patriots and Atlanta Falcons meeting with reporters at Minute Maid Park, where that's where the Houston Astros play. It's also a chance for the fans to get a glimpse of the players. More than 10,000 people turned out. During the questioning, players were asked about politics, including Tom Brady's relationship with President Trump. But Brady says he came to play football and not be political.
Because I just want to focus on the positive aspects of this game and, you know, my teammates and the reasons why we're here. And, you know, it's taken a lot of hard work to get to this point, and I just want to focus on the positive nature of 2 great teams competing at the highest level.
Media Night was the first availability with the teams during Super Bowl week. Game time, Sunday night at 6:30. In a historical move by the Boy Scouts of America this week, the program is now allowing transgender children who identify as boys to enroll in its boys-only programs. In the past, the organization held a policy that relied on the gender listed on a child's birth certificate, but Boy Scout officials say it has changed that policy based on states and communities changing how gender is defined. They'll now base enrollment in boys-only programs on the gender a child or parent lists on the application to become a Scout. Let's get back to the kitchen now, where John is joined by our guest chef today, Chef Narendra Soud from Curry Station in Sarasota. Hey, guys.
Thanks, Scott. Always a pleasure having Narendra in the studio.
Hey, John.
The
Thank
food at Curry Station is fantastic. And we should mention that if you drive down to the North Washington Curry Station, it's not going to be open because you've just sold it.
Yes.
Concentrating on the one on Clark Road now. So, you know, if you go there, don't worry, you can still get this fabulous food. You just got to go to Clark Road.
Yeah, today I'm going to show you guys like a very incredible dish and very simple. You can cook at home. So right now we're heating the pan and oil, and we're going to add some whole spices. We have fennel seed, coriander seed, cumin seed, and some chilies. If you don't like hot, you don't need to put it. But if you like a little bit heat, this is amazing. They give you nice smoky flavor as well.
Tell us the name of the dish, by the way.
It's shrimp masala.
And we should say it's masala without an R in it. So it's not marsala.
No, it's not marsala.
It's not the wine dish. It's totally different.
It's totally different. Masala means spices, and also it refers to, you know, something you want to eat amazing, you know. It's spice up your palate.
Explosion of flavors.
Yeah, it's open up your palates. So we're going to add some shrimp.
It smells so good. I think my wife and I just love your restaurant, and one of the reasons is I think good Indian cooking, like kind of like Moroccan cooking. It's got some good spices and surprises in the food. That it's just so good.
So we're gonna sear the shrimp, and same time we're gonna add some onions, some garlic, some ginger as well.
Okay.
Also, we have sauteed some onion and tomatoes separately.
Okay.
So it takes a little bit of time. So you can do ahead and you can keep in your cooler, and whenever you need it, you can use it. So you can see how nice the color is coming on the shrimp.
Beautiful. Is there a name for that tomato and onion condiment?
It's called like onion tomato masala.
Okay. A masala means just spices, right?
Spices.
Explosively flavorful spices.
Yes. Also it...
like a garam masala.
Yes.
So how long would you do this for?
Just like 30 seconds. 30 seconds. We're going to add some bell pepper as well here. If you need more heat, you can add some jalapenos or Thai chilies. And we're going to give some color with the red and green and yellow peppers. So let's put some red one also. And we're going to some...
Well, in the 2 minutes we have left, I would imagine that you'll probably cook that down more than we're going to have the ability to do, right? Or no?
It's almost ready. Shrimp, they are very quick.
Okay.
You can see that. They are almost ready. So we're going to add tomatoes, some turmeric, some chili powder.
Good for the arthritis,
yes,
right?
It is.
Yeah.
All spices are good. This is garam masala. It has like 7 to 8 spices inside. This is amazing for you. This is a coriander powder. This is cumin powder here. And also, of course, we have to add some salt.
Garam masala, I have read in cookbooks that garam masala is kind of like balsamic vinegar to the Italians. It's something that you make and you hand down to generations. It's part of a girl's diary when they get married. It's a family secret.
That's true. And also it depends like which state you are from, like what kind of spices you like more. You can add up that's the thing.
What part of India it's going to be a different garam masala?
Yes, that makes a difference. Now we're going to add some onion and tomato sauce. We just saute it together with the ginger garlic as well.
Well, as you get that ready to plate, and on our 30 seconds left, do you want to tell folks what these beautiful dishes are that you have out front here?
Yeah, we have some vegetable biryani, butter chicken, we have lamb curry here, and we have some... this is already, we have the shrimp masala. We have ready here.
This is what it's going to end up looking absolute feast.
So
on Clark Road and what?
Clark and Beneba, where the Publix is there and Harbor Freight is there. You can taste it. This is ready. It's ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready to taste it. We want to remind everybody that the recipe for this is on our website, mysuncoast.com. Go there and check it out. Video instructions will be there as well as the recipes, or you can just go over to Curry Station and have it made for me. I certainly would. We're going to go to break right now, but believe me, while you're watching these commercials, I'm eating this food.
All right, we're going to have some cilantro here. All right.
A promise was made, a promise that hit the beaches of Normandy, a vow that captured Iwo Jima, a contract that weathered Tet, a pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq, an IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans. DAV fights to keep that promise, so all veterans and their families get the benefits and support they earned. For help, visit DAV.org.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
Come out to the best party of the season, the Goodwill Mardi Gras Gala on February 28th at Michael's on E. Tickets at experiencegoodwill.org.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Come meet the artists and enjoy their creations at the Lido Beach Winter Fine Art Festival. Over 100 artists and thousands of works of contemporary art in photography, glass, sculpture, jewelry, and much more. The Lido Beach Winter Fine Art Festival, Saturday and Sunday, February 4th and 5th on Lido Beach in Sarasota. Bring your sense of discovery and appreciation of the beautiful to the Lido Beach Fine Art Festival. For more information, visit ParagonArtEvents.com.
Live from our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is ABC 7 News at noon. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. It's been 5 years now since unarmed teen Trayvon Martin was shot and killed in Central Florida. His death and the acquittal of the man who shot him helped spark a national conversation. Today, his parents are releasing a new book that tells the story of the son they knew and loved. ABC's Robin Roberts has a look back.
A 17-year-old boy, unarmed, gunned down by a neighborhood watch.
He sadly missed.
For Tracy Martin and Sabrina Fulton, it was that fateful night on February 26, 2012 that changed their lives forever. When their beloved son, Trayvon Martin, was shot and killed by neighborhood watch volunteer George Zimmerman.
My heart is broken, but it breaks even more to know that we have not gotten justice yet.
Their fight for justice sparked a furious debate over racial profiling, self-defense, and state gun laws. Justice! After Zimmerman was found not guilty, saying he had acted in self-defense, protests broke out once again across the nation. No justice, no peace! In the 5 years since Trayvon's life was tragically cut short, Sabrina and Tracy have worked to help others by establishing the Trayvon Martin Foundation, committed to ending senseless gun violence.
We will define his legacy.
Parents, fueled by love, finding their own healing and purpose in their new mission.
Justice!
It's Robin Roberts reporting. The book Rest in Power, The Enduring Legacy of Trayvon Martin hits bookshelves today. It's also available on Amazon. The former Navy SEAL who says he killed Osama bin Laden has a book deal. Former SEAL Robert O'Neill coming out with a memoir titled The Operator. It'll recount his career that included some 400 missions. Some notable ones include the rescue of Captain Phillips from Somali pirates, which was later turned into a movie starring Tom Hanks, and of course the May 2011 raid on bin Laden's compound in Pakistan. The memoir comes out in April. A follow-up this afternoon on that deadly attack on a Canadian mosque. Investigators say they're zeroing in now on the life of the suspected shooter. Those who knew 27-year-old Alexandre Bissonnette say he was very conservative politically and described him as an anti-immigrant. They also say he was always alone and never appeared to have any friends and never went to parties. Bissonnette was said to have been dressed in black, wearing a ski mask when he entered the men's section of the mosque Sunday night, killing 6 people and injuring dozens more. One of the victims was a professor at the same university the suspected shooter studied at. A vigil for the victims was held last night.
This attack offers another sad reminder that our country is not immune to terrorism, and it demonstrates that we must always be vigilant against this threat.
The motive for the attack still is not clear, but it's being investigated as an act of terrorism. Bissonnette faces 6 counts of first-degree murder and other charges. Closer to home, a South Florida father is sentenced to prison for attacking a boy who made inappropriate comments to his teenage daughter. 33-year-old Jason Lawson sentenced to 2 years in prison for child abuse and false imprisonment charges. Back in 2015, prosecutors say Lawson and his brother-in-law attacked a 13-year-old boy on a Royal Caribbean cruise ship after the boy made a lewd comment about his daughter's virginity. Prosecutors say Lawson did nothing as his brother-in-law simulated a sex act on the boy. Lawson apologized for the crime, telling the judge he was embarrassed he did not stop the attack. California is dealing with a series of mudslides. A hillside gave way in the Hollywood Hills area, sending more than 20 tons of mud and debris tumbling down into the yards of at least 2 homes. The mud also knocking out power in the neighborhood, burying 2 power lines or poles and then taking down the lines. City officials say about 422 customers were without power. The homes themselves, though, appear to escape any major damage. Also in California, an amazing survival story. A driver plunged down a hill and was stranded for 3 nights before he was rescued. ABC's Kanya Whitworth has his story.
For 3 nights, Hunter Kittle's family worried about where he could be. What they couldn't imagine is that the 24-year-old was in an accident that nearly killed him, his car flying off the road, plummeting 70 feet down California's Mount Baldy. Incredibly, he survived the fall. But when he woke up in his car, he was in unimaginable pain with severe injuries, including a collapsed lung, fractured skull, and badly broken leg. For 2.5 nights, desperate for help, he was stranded without another soul in sight.
It was horrible, horrible pain. I was thinking either kill me now or get me off this mountain because I can't do this.
Finally, on the 3rd night, a passing motorist noticed the wreckage and called for help. Rescuers seen here carrying Kittle up the mountain. He was airlifted to the hospital.
I was elated. I was so happy, that I was finally being saved, that I would still have a chance left to survive.
Kittle says he looks at his life a little differently.
Mainly was mind over matter, me wanting and willing myself to survive long enough to get down that hill. One way or another, I didn't want that to be my final chapter in my life.
That's Kanya Whitworth reporting from California. Amazing rescue there. And we're dealing with some warming weather, I guess, huh?
Yeah, we're on a warming streak.
Yeah.
Compared to this morning when it was really cold. I guess anything's a warming streak. But yeah, we're going to be at temperatures that we haven't seen for a while, which means just about average. And that's going to be for a period of maybe 5-7 days. In fact, looking down the road at some of the longer range computer models, I don't see a chance of rain coming our way for maybe 7-8 days. So a nice little streak of beautiful, beautiful weather.
You can wash your car.
I could.
Not worry about it getting dirty, you know what I mean?
I could. But if I wash my car, that'll jinx the whole thing. And we'd have rain showers
I
around.
know what you mean.
Though we could use some rain. We're looking at Lakewood Ranch webcam. Start of the morning was beautiful. Lovely sky, a lot of blue out there. And now just a bunch of sun, wall-to-wall sunshine, blue skies out there. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous afternoon. And yes, while we did start off kind of cool, with all that sunshine around and calmer winds and a little bit of a southerly flow bringing in a little extra moisture there through the area, our highs today are going to be just perfect, about 68 degrees or so. And as we head into the evening hours, I don't think we're going to cool off as fast as we did yesterday because the air is not quite as dry, and moist air holds the heat a little bit better than dry air. So it should be a very pleasant evening as well. Talk all about the forecast and the 7 gorgeous days ahead coming up in just a few. Scott.
All right, John, thank you. In just a few hours, we're going to learn who President Trump has picked to fill the vacancy on the U.S. Supreme Court. The spot was left vacant by the death of Justice Antonin Scalia nearly a year ago. The president making the announcement tonight. ABC's Elizabeth Herr has the latest outside the Supreme Court.
They were fake tears. We have a big decision that I have made, a very big decision on the United States Supreme Court.
In the East Room tonight, President Trump will stand with his nominee.
A person who is unbelievably highly respected, and I think you will be very impressed with this person.
This decision may prove to be more consequential and have a longer-lasting impact than anything the new president has done so far. Trump's choice would fill the vacancy created by the death last year of Antonin Scalia. During the campaign, Trump promised that his nominee would be someone similar to the late Scalia.
The justices that I'm going to appoint will be pro-life. They will have a conservative bent.
They will be protecting the Second Amendment.
Trump's short list is down to 2, Judges Neil Gorsuch and Thomas Hardiman. Hardiman serves on the Third Circuit Court of Appeals with President Trump's sister, Marianne Trump Berry. Sources tell ABC News Berry highly recommended Hardiman to her brother. Gorsuch serves on the 10th Circuit Court of Appeals and has been called Scalia 2.0 because he echoes Scalia's judicial philosophy and writing style. Both men are young and could serve on the court for decades, but in the short run, neither would tip the balance on the court because President Trump's conservative nominee would be replacing another conservative on the bench.
Regardless of who is picked, there will be an all-out confirmation battle in the Senate, with Democrats still very upset President Obama's pick for the seat never even got a hearing. From the Supreme Court, Elizabeth Hur, ABC News.
Here in Florida, Governor Rick Scott will be announcing his annual budget recommendation to legislative leaders. It includes a push to cut taxes by $618 million. The governor believes there's enough money to carry out the plan, but his outlook is not being shared by all Republican legislative leaders. House Speaker Richard Corcoran says the state's finances are already being squeezed and that lawmakers need to cut the budget by at least $1 billion. In consumer news, Walmart is offering free 2-day shipping to homes and stores. That shipping includes more than 2 million items with no membership fee required. The company also lowering the minimum purchase required for free shipping to your home from $50 to $35. Free shipping to stores has no minimum requirement. Walmart says this is the first of many moves it will be making to enhance the customer experience and accelerate its growth online. A high school student in Kansas receiving national attention after he turned his locker into a vending machine. Blake Hawkins came up with the idea while walking to class one day. So for 75 cents, students could buy a soda at his locker. He sold an average of 6 cans per break, but had to take it down due to school policies. But he says he's working with the administration to set something up at the school where he can still sell the sodas and then donate the money to a club or a program. He also entered his plans into a contest.
I woke up and I guess my Imgur post had gotten a lot of upvotes, and by the end of that day I got over 500,000 views just in a day. I think most of it was the novelty that you're buying a pop from a vending machine inside of a locker.
Hawkins says he loves to build things and wants to go to college for electrical engineering. Very clever man. When we come back, John will have another look at our forecast for the upcoming week, and it's a library that takes you back in time. We'll tell you all about it next in A Place We Call Home.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Top Dog 2017, benefiting Dante's Den, is the Carnival of Dogs. Join us at the Francis for an evening of great food and fun as dogs compete for the title of Top Dog. Grab your pooch and head out to Top Dog, Saturday, February 4th at 6 p.m.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you, weeknights at 5.
Thinking about having surgery can be a scary thing. It takes somebody who's in severe pain, bring them in, take good care of them, and then get them out and back to their life is huge. We focus on minimally invasive approaches when possible, and oftentimes people can be back up on their feet in a day or two with a whole lot less pain than before surgery. We fix people's lives. We do.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
In town? On the town, The Mark offers landmark living in the center of everything you love about Sarasota. Priced from the 700s, spacious residences and elevated club-level amenities create a private oasis in the sky. Promenade shopping and dining put the best of downtown downstairs. Sales gallery open daily at the corner of Pineapple and State Street just south of Maine. The Mark, Sarasota. Presented by Coulter.
Taking a look at an air temperature that reflects the daytime heating and the quieter winds that are out there today. Calm winds, actually. We had a little bit of a southerly flow that helped to bump up our dew point values just a little bit. And there's just wall-to-wall sunshine out there. So even though we started the morning 45 degrees cooler, we're already at 66 degrees as an air temperature. Probably on our way to about 68 for a daytime high, maybe 70. We're looking at temperatures across the region, which are fairly uniformly in the mid-60s. We have some lower 60s, Longboat Key coming in at 62, but most everywhere we're in the mid-60s. So a nice little warm-up in the space of just a few hours. So winds have been very light out of the southeast. They're going to switch a little more to the southwest. The latest Mote Marine observations from the beaches, and again, this is not the red tide that's in the water. It's the effect that that red tide in the water has had on the air above and the respiratory distress caused by people visiting these beaches. And the Mote Marine spotters, the latest reports are encouraging. They're showing a lot of places not having any issues. Those are the ones in green here, but a few of the beaches having slight irritants in the air. And as these winds shift more to the southwest, we'll watch and see whether there's any changes in this that might occur over the next day or so. But so far, I like what I see there. As far as the satellite view goes, high pressure, the dominant weather feature over the peninsula. A lot of cloud-free sky across the state today, a lot of dry air, especially aloft, as can be seen in those just beautiful, pristine, deep blue skies. It's going to be a lovely sunset tonight, too, by the way. I think everybody will enjoy that. A couple areas of low pressure, one back to the west, one moving through the Great Lakes. The two of those both headed off toward the east, not dipping south. Frontal boundary kind of stalling out up north there, so high pressure will remain in control of our weather as we head into the next couple of days. The only differences that we might see is that a little bit of increase in moisture eventually will lead to a little bit more cloud cover toward the end of the work week. And as that high kind of moves eastward, our winds increasingly shift to the south or southeast. But other than that, we are on a status quo ride to beautiful weather right into the weekend. So a warm up starting today, as we've already noticed, our air temperature rising pretty rapidly. Will be warmer today than yesterday. Dry into the weekend, and then mostly sunny skies. Future rainfall forecast doesn't have a lot of work to do here. We obviously are in a very quiet weather pattern that lasts through Wednesday into Thursday, and really if I could take this into Monday of next week, it wouldn't look much different. So the winds today are going to be light, somewhat variable. Southeast switching to the southwest, turning to the west, overnight turning to the east at about 10. And we'll see 2-foot seas and light chop, which will decrease down to smooth conditions on bay and inland waters as those winds subside. Forecast looks great. Calls for daytime highs in the low to mid 70s right straight through the period, with a lot of dry air and pleasant nighttime temperatures and sunshine to boot. It's just absolutely exquisite weather, Scott.
Outstanding. John, thank you. Here on the Suncoast, we're famous for our beaches, our boating, and the art scene, but there are a lot of hidden jewels in the area. ABC 7's Linda Carson shares one of them in a place we call home.
This is the only library on Longboat Key. It started in 1957.
There were 4 women who kind of started a book club and started sharing books, and then it grew to 10 women and 12 women, and one of them apparently had a husband who was in real estate, and he would help them find an empty storefront somewhere where they could put up some shelves and show off their collection and be available to the patrons of the island.
The library moved into this building at 555 Bay Isles Road 45 years ago. It's completely run by volunteers.
We lease the building from the town, but we pay for all of the expenses for not only the books, but the maintenance and so on the building. And we have a wonderful staff of 55 men and women who help us run this place.
Mary, a retired English teacher, is herself a volunteer. Their book collection has grown over the years.
They started with about 1,300 books. And today we have 6,000 books in our collection, but we also have 1,200 books for sale at any given time.
And those books sell for between 25 cents and $6, and on Wednesday they're half price. Every month they add 25 new books to their collection, mostly focusing on recreational reading for older people.
Bestsellers, mysteries. We have some nonfiction books of local interests, gardening and things like that.
They still use an old-fashioned card catalog.
We have a card catalog, and we don't have computer services for looking at books. We use the card catalog, and we still stamp our books with a date stamp, which a lot of people haven't seen in a long time. So we're kind of a throwback.
Why, you might ask, does Longboat Key, one of the richest spots in the country, need a library?
People don't want to read a book in isolation. They want to read a book, get excited about it, and come in and talk to somebody about it. And so we have a lot of people who come in and want to chat about books and maybe make a recommendation to one of us or ask us for something that would be interesting to them.
The Longboat Key Library is open in the wintertime from Monday through Saturday, and in the summertime Tuesday through Saturday with shorter hours. Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Linda. Up next, a job opening is coming up for Doctor Who. And get ready to see Oprah Winfrey in a whole new light, how the media mogul is looking to bring her influential star power to an already established franchise. Entertainment news is next.
Looking for something fun to do on a Friday night? Then come to Music on Main, the first Friday of every month at Lakewood Ranch. Enjoy free live music, dancing, great food, and lots of fun for every family member, even the furry ones. Meet up with friends, enjoy activities for the kids, or make it a special date night. And be sure to stop by the ABC 7 booth and say hello. Mark your calendars for Music on Main, first Friday of the month, 6 to 9 at Lakewood Ranch. Brought to you by ABC 7 and these sponsors.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
Gold fever is at an all-time high in the Sunshine State with the new Gold Rush Doubler family of scratch-off games. Everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. With over $1 billion in total cash prizes, the Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School, serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC 7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Rose takes her volunteering for Tidewell Hospice very seriously. But she knows how to have fun, too. And that's what she brings when we're invited to visit patients as part of Tidewell's pet therapy program. People love to see her. She really brightens their day. She makes people smile. And in end-of-life care, a smile can be a wonderful gift. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Come meet the artists and enjoy their creations at the Lido Beach Winter Fine Art Festival. Over 100 artists and thousands of works of contemporary art in photography, glass, sculpture, jewelry, and much more. The Lido Beach Winter Fine Art Festival, Saturday and Sunday, February 4th and 5th on Lido Beach in Sarasota. Bring your sense of discovery and appreciation of the beautiful to the Lido Beach Fine Art Festival. For more information, visit ParagonArtEvents.com.
Doctor Who fans will soon have to get used to a new doctor. The star of the iconic BBC sci-fi series is leaving the show. Scottish actor Peter Capaldi is stepping down at the end of the year. The 58-year-old has been playing the Doctor for just the past 2 seasons, but says, quote, "It's been cosmic, but it's time to move on." Capaldi is the 12th actor to play the Doctor and the 4th since the show's relaunch in 2005. Reba McEntire is releasing her first Christian music album this week. The country music star says she feels it was the right time for it because she turned to God a lot after her marriage of 26 years crumbled in 2015 and she got divorced. Her album, Sing It Now, Songs of Faith and Hope, will be online and in stores on Friday. The Han Solo Star Wars movie is officially underway. Co-director Chris Miller letting the world know on Twitter that cameras have started rolling. He posted a picture of a movie clapperboard and a message reading, "Han First Shot." The film will show the story of young Han Solo, a character made famous by Harrison Ford. It's due out in May of next year, so we've got to wait a while. Finally, Oprah Winfrey digging back into her journalism roots. She'll be a special contributor to 60 Minutes. She says her aim will be to look at stories that, quote, separates us and help us facilitate real conversations between people from different backgrounds. She'll start bringing occasional reports this fall when the show begins its 50th season on the air.
Didn't see that one coming.
I know, but an interesting addition to 60 Minutes. I think it'll work out well.
50 years,
I
really? Oh my gosh.
I know.
I think I remember the first episode. Well, that'll be interesting.
Yep.
We'll have to look for that.
Yep, definitely.
We have some beautiful weather out there. Get out and enjoy yourselves. The temperatures all week long could not be better. This is why we live in Florida this time of year.
Oh, looks great. We've been waiting for this. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you again at 5 o'clock.